So welcome in everybody. We're gonna do some gaming pickups today. We're gonna try something new. I've never actually done this, so I'm just gonna kind of talk about some games I picked up in the past like 3 or 4 weeks or so. So, kind of the first thing I did was about maybe 2 weeks ago or so. I was walking around town and saw some garage sales. And usually garage sales are pretty hit or miss. But I found one place that had a bunch of PS2 games, and at first I kind of like scoured through them and I didn't really see anything. But they were $1 a piece, and then kind of the more I was thinking about after I left, I was like, you know what, $1 for a PS2 game is pretty sweet. So I'm gonna go back, get some cash, and grab a few games. So one theme you'll kind of notice too is I've been trying to get a bunch of Marvel-based games like Spider-Man, X-Men, You Have It. Eventually, I want to pick up enough games so that way on Mondays we can stream like exclusively Marvel games called Marvel Mondays on the Twitch channel. And so I'm kind of like building up that collection so that way we can have that going on. So I got 3 PS2 games for $1 a piece. The first one, this is just kind of like, it was in really good condition, and it's kind of like, I've never seen this game, but it's just a Sopranos game. So we got this Sopranos Road to Respect on PS2. It's not a very valuable game or anything, but I just thought it was kind of funny. I think even maybe someday it would be kind of fun to play on stream. I don't know what you actually do in this game. There's like pictures on the back where your main character is just like taking down some fucking thugs or something. So I got that $1. I'm like, whatever. It seems cool. Then second, this game I've been waiting to get like a decent copy of for a long time. This game's Bully. So Bully is basically kind of like Grand Theft Auto, only like for a younger audience, where you play as this kid who's in like a private school, and he kind of like beats up some bullies and stuff, and shoots a slingshot and all that good stuff. And this is actually like basically like brand new. Like you can kind of see it has like it's been opened, but like if you look in the inside, it almost looks like it's like never been even played. And it comes with like a little poster and a map. So I thought it was pretty cool for $1. I was like, why not, right? Because Bully's fucking sweet game, yeah. And honestly, look, it looks still shiny. Like this is basically like brand new. It was played maybe like one time. So for $1, why not, right? Then third, this is the game that I really wanted. So this game. For PS2, Spider-Man 1, the movie game. Like I said, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I'm a big Marvel fan. I've been trying to collect just random Marvel shit so that way eventually we can play it. So for $1, complete copy of Spider-Man 2 on PS2, I was like, yes, this is sweet. So we did that. Then I ordered this on Prime Day, and there was this thing going on where there was Prime Day, you had like, it was like 30% off or 20% off on PS4, select PS4 games. But then there was kind of like a glitch in the system where it took off the 20% 3 times, even though it was only supposed to take it off once. So I picked up the Digimon World game, which is we're gonna play later. So I got Digimon World next order. It's kind of blurry. This was like $8. The game's like a $40 game, so that's pretty cool. We're going to play this in, probably like 10-20 minutes as soon as I finish with this. Then what do we want to do next? Then next, there's this website, Limited Run Games, that do physical copies of digital-only games. And I'm a big fan of theirs. I've been buying a lot of stuff on PlayStation Vita that they do. They pretty much are like the only company that's still producing Vita games. And there's this game that came out a while ago, Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap, which is kind of like a remake of an old, Sega Master System game from years and years ago, but with new graphics and kind of, I think the gameplay is a little bit different, but not too much, but the visuals look really good. So I picked this up, and yeah, so I got that. I haven't played it yet. We'll probably play it eventually. I don't think it's that long. It's kind of like, so to explain it, it's kind of like one of those games where it's kind of like a platformer, and then you have abilities, or you have access to different like animals. So there's like a dragon and I forget what else, but each one has like exclusive powers that kind of help you unlock like new areas. So it's kind of like a Metroid style game where like you have to use specific characters to unlock certain areas that only they can unlock. Then next, again, I've been kind of just trying to pick up some cheap DS stuff. I'm a real big fan of the Nintendo DS. I probably have, 30 or 40 games for it. And this game I've been looking at for a long time because, as you guys probably know, I like card games a lot, like Marvel a lot. So back in the like early 2000s, there was this Marvel trading card game, which I actually had some cards from. And so there's a version for the DS and the PSP, original PSP. So I figured it was like $10 on Amazon, so I just picked it up. It even comes with like one of the original cards that was like a promo for this. Like you have Thanos here, Armageddon card. And I actually played a little bit of this yesterday and the day before. The thing about this game is like it's pretty complicated. The game is definitely very like Magic-esque of like every trading card game, but the issue with this game is like you play the DS sideways and you kind of enter on one side and then the cards get pulled up on the right side so they're large so you can read them. But this game is like pretty complicated. They give you the tutorial in the beginning, but it seems like the AI is like very strong. So I played it for probably like 2 hours and I could only beat the first like encounter, like the first battle. And then I tried the second one once or twice and I couldn't beat it. So I kind of want to play more of this. It's pretty hard, but it's pretty cool. Kind of obscure, but again, it's Marvel, it's card games. I was interested in it. And then next I got this. Again, this is another game I've been waiting to get for a long time. I'm a big fan of this Mega Man Battle Network series, which was mostly for GBA, but then also they made this DS version, which is 2 of the games in 1. So this is Mega Man Battle Network 5 Double Team for DS. I started playing this last night. I'm actually like a huge fan of this. Whoa, Duckies with a 3-month sub, baby. What up? Thank you, dude. So yeah, I've been waiting to get this for a long time. Started playing it. Super sweet. If you're into kind of like tactical RPG kind of games, it's worth looking into. It's kind of like a cult following kind of series of games. It's not typical Mega Man, but it's really sweet. And then, so I just have 4 more games. The last thing, I went to GameStop yesterday when I was doing some other things. I haven't been there in a while. But they do have some pretty cheap games, especially for PS3 and Xbox 360 lately. Because it seems like the one I went to that didn't even really have very much of either, but they had some cheap stuff. So the first thing was this game that I had on 360. Well, I borrowed it from a friend that I was actually like a really big fan of. The game is super fun. It was $5. So this is Red Faction Guerrilla, which again, if you've never played this game, or maybe you played the sequel to this game is kind of different and not as fun. But this game is like one of those like kind of sandbox games, but you can literally destroy like anything. There's like buildings and you have all these kind of cool weapons that are super fun at destroying shit. So this, especially for $5, this is like a super awesome deal. This game is super fun. I highly recommend this game if you haven't played it. Like even if you play it for like a few hours for $5, it's awesome. I played the shit out of this game on Xbox 360 back in the day. So I got that. I was happy to get that. Next, another $5 game. I had never even like seen this game before. I didn't even know it existed, but this is like a Hellboy game. So it's Hellboy, the Science of Evil, and it even advertises free Hellboy, the Golden Army movie cache inside. I think this was like a very early PS3 game, and I'm not even sure what exactly it is on the back. It's just kind of showing, like, the graphics look pretty bad, so it's probably early PS3. Probably just like kind of like an action beat 'em up kind of game, but for $5 again, like, who really cares? I thought it would be kind of fun to play. And then next thing, going with the Marvel theme again, I got Iron Man 1 for PS3. I don't really know anything about this game. I think it's pretty bad, but again, it's Marvel. I want to play some Marvel games on stream eventually. $10. It's complete. I figured I'd get that. And then last but not least, another game that I've been waiting on getting for a long time. I was waiting for this to drop in price. It seems like it almost never drops in price, almost ever. And this game is Spider-Man Edge of Time. So there's like, I think there's 3 games in this kind of pseudo series for Spider-Man games for Xbox 360 and PS3. And I have one of them, and I've been waiting to get the other two. Like I said, they almost never drop in price. It was $20, so I figured I'd just get it. And again, we'll play this on Marvel Mondays at some point. Alright, and hang on a sec. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for the pickups. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't know if anyone actually did.